welcome to the Pole Shift News. Guys, before we start, great big thank you to the patrons and those people that are supporting us on PayPal as well. Absolutely fantastic effort, guys. But like I said, there is 19,000 of us now subscribing to this, and we're taking this to the next level. We're going to start putting magnetometers in the paths of the merging high intensity regions on the planet with regards to the magnetic intensities in those regions, that being Canada, Russia, Australia, and over towards Argentina and the Falklands. So big thanks to those guys. Let's continue the sport. Let's get it up a little bit more than what we have. Okay, so we're looking at the southern hemisphere of the Earth, and we're trying to ask the question, okay, if the northern hemisphere fits very well with the temperature regarding the magnetic intensity both over Canada and Siberia, why is that not the case for Australia? And the answer is I don't know. The only thing we can do about this is examine it, and I haven't really touched the South Pole, and many people keep saying to me, Gene, you know, we're focusing on the North Pole, but have you seen what's happening over the South Pole? We've got this excuse me, this large magnetic intensity, huge one, you know, racing up towards the equatorial region and almost meeting that high intensity region over Siberia, Russia and China. So in this video we're going to look at a few things that might explain what's going on over there. The easy route out is to say that that the integrity of swarms data is accurate, and that's another reason for us to put these magnetometers in the positions that we're planning to put them, so that we can say yes, we can see that the high intensity region in the 60 nanoteslas is where on the south coast of Australia, both east and west, and you know, therefore, you know, the image is right. But if it's not, then we know quite clearly if it's not increasing towards the equatorial region, and when we've got our magnetometers on the ground there and it's not increasing, then we've got to ask the question, why isn't it, when swarms data showing it us that it is or should be? So one of the things I was looking at that could be the reason for this is, okay, the first thing is we know that at the moment in the northern hemisphere we're tilted away from the sun, but in 6 months time we'll be tilted towards the sun, and you know, the southern hemisphere will be tilted further away, and therefore it will be warmer over Australia. But the thing is, it's warmer over Australia right now. People are saying to me, you know, we're hitting 40 degrees, and you know, they're worried about, you know, how long will it be before, you know, water starts to be, you know, rationed out or restricted in the usage because of the hot weather. Okay, well, you know, one of the things I did, and I'm going to pull up North Skull now and we're going to look at the jet streams, is one of the things I noticed is that the jet streams are lying lower over the northern hemisphere where opposed they're supposed to be, and it is likewise over the southern hemisphere. Now I'm just thinking, if, you know, Russia is receiving a lot of that Arctic climate as a result of those low jet streams, then that explains probably why the central region over Russia and China are getting colder. But what's the case then? What does this mean then for Australia if they've got also lower jet streams, where the, you know, more lower than where they're supposed to be, as opposed to where they should be at 60 degrees for the subtropical and 30 degrees south for the polar jet streams? Well, that means then it's holding that Arctic climate a lot lower than what it is over the northern hemisphere. It's pulling the northern hemisphere's Arctic climate further down, and then over on the southern hemisphere, because it's a lot lower, it's actually keeping the Arctic climate below Australia. That could be a reason. And you know, tomorrow I'm going to go through a lot of different date and times over a period of time going back to 2014, because North Skull only gives us that option to go back to 2014, and we'll see if that is the trend that's been followed for a period of time. Okay, so let's look at North Skull. We're looking at the jet streams on the W3 map, and what you can see is what I was just explaining. You can see the jet streams over the northern hemisphere, first of all, are a lot lower than what they should be. and you can see that the jet streams on the southern hemisphere are a lot lower, and you can see that there is some Arctic wind being brought up, but it just about catches the coastline of the southern hemisphere of Australia. So, you know, that could be one of the reasons. Obviously, we can only go back to 2014 and see if this has been a constant trend. But, you know, these jet streams have changed dramatically in the last 15 years. They should be at over the northern hemisphere, 30 degrees for your subtropical, 60 degrees for your polar jet stream, and the same on the southern hemisphere. And what we're seeing is a complete shambles and a mix up of the two. And you can see in some cases the northerly jet streams are cusping the equatorial region. And I have seen months ago, you know, the same scenario, but the south jet streams are picking up the, you know, over the equatorial region, the northerly jet streams, and bringing them down there, which is unusual. And, you know, some people have talked about this on other channels, but that could be one of the reasons why we're not seeing these sub-zero temperatures over Australia in the high intensities that we have seen them. If we go back over to you know, the magnetic charts that we were showing and temperature charts, and just have a look at the conditions of temperatures, there is something that I will point out. So guys, before I give it a final plug, the Patreon account and how well we're doing, I just want to say, you know, we've got 19,500 subscribers. Now, you're already one of 3% of the population on this planet, because you're affording yourselves the time to examine exactly what else is going on outside of your normal lives. You know, the other 97% of the people on this planet have no idea of this topic, or couldn't even bring themselves to be interested in it. So, you know, I like to think that we've got an intellectual subscribers on this channel for that reason alone. So, as you can see, we've got 101 subscribers. You might be 102 or 103, but we've raised $634, which is more than what we had last month. $634 more than what we had last month, guys. And we're planning a large project here, and it's going to only come to fruition when we get a little bit more support, and, you know, some people take times out of their lives to, you know, put these magnetometers in their homes and send the data back to the UK so that we can process it and upload it to the website and talk about it on YouTube as well. So, you know, guys, like I say, there's 19,500 people, and I think we're all in it for the same reasons. We want to know exactly how and when we can expect things to get a lot worse, because, you know, it is obvious that over the last 20 years of the pole migration, things have gone, you know, dramatically noticeable on this planet. Let's say that. You know, we could talk about climate chaos because we're already experiencing the changes of this magnetic reversal and all the implications involved in that. You know, the magnetosphere has already weakened 20%. As a result, more cosmic radiation has come into our atmosphere and seeded more water vapour. So we've got more water vapour in our atmosphere now than we did have 20 years ago, and that is a direct result of, first of all, the Earth going through a magnetic reversal, and secondly, we couldn't be any more unfortunate, but we're also experiencing a grand solar minimum at the same time. This could be, and I anticipate is the case, what leads us back into another glacial period. Just think about that. So, you know, we've got £634 to spend, and, you know, I'm going to make the most of that money at the moment, but I'm hoping that we'll do a lot more better than that. And, you know, I hope the support continues for this. So I just want to say a big thank you to the 101 patrons that we've got. And a little bit later on in this week, we're going to do something a little bit special for you guys. I'm not going to give anything away yet, but I think you'll be pleased with it. I'm hoping that you'll be pleased with it. And it just shows my appreciation, you know, for joining me on this endeavour. And, you know, this scientific exploration into why and what will come with regards to this rare anomaly that we're experiencing. You know, the pole shift, the magnetic reversal, the rare event that only occurs once on average every 350,000 years, but for some reason took another 500,000 years to do it. And we're here right now, today, experiencing the effects of that anomaly taking place once again in our lifetimes. It's big times for us, guys. It's big news. You know, this is the biggest event yet to be fully recognised, even in the mainstream media, and I know they've been covering it recently. So, you know, guys, the link is there for Patreon. You know, I hope you want to become a patron. You can do it for just $1 if you want, just $1, and you can't buy a lot for $1. At least you can, you know, aid this scientific research in this anomaly that, you know, at least you're going to get the truth back out of it. So for less, well, $1, you can get, you know, a bit of support going for us. That's really what it's all about. Or if you don't want to do that, the PayPal account is, you know, another means of helping us. So that's all there is to say about it, guys. There's only one other thing to say. You know, tomorrow, the visual experimentation as to what we're going to be experiencing, seeing over the next 7 years with regards to the pole migrating over the northern hemisphere. That I think you'll like a lot. And I'll say what I usually do. You know, guys, it's been emotional. And as always, bye for now.